Hey everyone, welcome back to another portfolio update video on the channel. The portfolio is currently sitting at $7,906.90, the highest market value we have ever had in the portfolio. For the day, we're up $15.58, down 5 after hours, so up $10 today in total, or on Friday rather. For the week, we're up $158.10, or 2.04%. For the month, we're up $139.57, or 1.8%. For the 3 months, we're up $20.18, or 0.26%. And for the year to date, aka the all-time chart, we are just below break even at down $49.84, or 0.63%. And we actually peaked even, or actually we peaked profitable at one point this week. Looks like that was on Wednesday. So yeah, we are very, very close to being green in the all-time again, which is incredible considering how bad we were just 2 weeks ago, being down over 8%, and now we're just about to be green, so that's pretty awesome. So let's go over the positions and everything I did this week. Just to start this off, I basically did nothing, and once again, that's the beauty of having this, all SPY portfolio, is it's really zero management. I could not look at this portfolio for a year and come back and it would have just managed itself pretty much. But yeah, no, so this week I only did two things. I closed out one of my credit spreads on SoFi, and I also rolled down my energy transfer put from the $13 strike to the $12.50. So we'll get into that in just a second. But just looking at all my positions here, you can see this energy transfer put is worthless. This key put is still worthless. So we made full profit on these two. This SoFi put is slowly grinding its way down to being worthless over time. It's got about a week or two left on it, and I'm sure it'll get there probably this week, hopefully, to zero. This SPLG call is up quite a bit because SPLG has been rallying in this past week, which is great, obviously, because of our position. But it has gone up a little bit. I sold this for $10 originally, so we are down about 20 bucks on this. Yep. But still has a long way to go before it actually breaches this, at which point I still have the odd lot of 50 shares that'll keep making me profit. Plus this is an all-time, or a 52-week high for SPLG, so if it hits this, I'd be more than happy to, be in the money, because it means we make, another $200 on our shares, because we have over 150 now. Whoops, let's go back into full screen. Alright, but yeah, you can see SPLG doing phenomenally. Once again, I'm just so happy that I made this decision and I finally just went all in on this, because it's honestly just so easy to manage. Like, I'll say that, it's literally so stress-free. I think the biggest drop we had in the portfolio this week was less than 1%, like the biggest downtime. Hey guys, just jumping in here in the middle of the video to say, if you're not subscribed and you're watching my videos, please consider subscribing, guys. Look at this, 90% of you watching this video right now, I'm probably talking to one of you directly. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, this one's for you. If you'd like to subscribe, I post weekly portfolio updates, and I'm also starting to do a lot of extra tutorials and videos on the side, because look, 90% of you guys are not even subscribed and you're watching this video right now. Please consider subscribing, because we only got 11% subscribed, and I'm really trying to build a small little community here of options traders and investors. And it even gets crazier when I open up the stats. You can see there's 6,000 people, or 6,000 viewers that are not subscribed watching this. Imagine if everyone subscribed, we would have thousands of subscribers, guys. So seriously, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Anyways, back to the video, please enjoy it. Compared to the old portfolio where I had MPW, Labu, it was like, upwards of 2% swings every single day, and it just was a lot to stomach. But with holding SPLG, it's been just a super comfortable and relaxed ride. You can see we're up over $340 overall on this position, which is over 4.5%, which is actually insane, guys, if you really think about it. We really sniped this, because you can see our average cost is 50.65. It's currently at almost 53, so that's incredible. You can see it's basically my entire portfolio. But yeah, no, I'm just, once again, I know I say this every single video, but I'm just really happy with how this is going, how it's turning out. So yeah, if you guys are also looking for a stress-free way to invest, I would really consider this, because it's been very nice so far. But yeah, no, market value of over $7,750. We do need to add more into this, because you can see this does not match our portfolio value. So we could probably add around $150 more into this, but once again, that's what dollar cost averaging is for. You can see I'm still buying SPLG every single day, and I'm setting it to a number that I can actually contribute consistently. So this is going to be on indefinitely. I know before I had it at $50. That was not a sustainable recurring investment. That was just to get my entire portfolio into SPLG. But now that we're there, we're just doing a sustainable $10 a day, which is something that I know I can contribute every single week. And over time, that'll just slowly build our position to be ginormous. If we look at the order history, you can see, I mean, every single day, money is going into this, which I think is great. And then I put some money here and there for the extra money to go into this also. But yeah, no, SPLG is looking incredible as per usual. But let's go back to the two plays I made this week. Let's start off with SoFi here. SoFi has been dropping quite a bit, and luckily, while we do have quite a lot of exposure, it's not super heavy, so it really hasn't affected us too bad, but it definitely is something to be aware of. You can see our credit spread here is pretty far in the money now, or at least our short strike is in the money by about 70 cents. And SoFi has been going on a wild ride. You can see it dipped all the way back to the level it's currently at earlier this week, but then it also rallied all the way up to 769 above our short leg, and then it proceeded to fall way below once again. So I'm not really sure what's up with SoFi. There's probably some sort of news that I should be aware of that I'll have to read up on after this video, but you can see it's been very, very volatile, jumping from around the level we're at right now all the way up to, you know, into the 8s, which is pretty crazy. But as it stands right now, you can see our credit spread is worth around 42 cents. So it's got about $8 more until this is a total loser. I mean, it already pretty much is, considering I opened it for $11 of credit, but you know, I'm holding on in case it has another crazy pop like it did before in this next week. I mean, it expires this week, so there's not much time left on this for us to win, but at this point it's $8, so we might as well let it ride out. And then once we get to that expiry date, we can close the long put for a profit, a small profit at this point, but a profit nonetheless. And then, actually, I'm just going to go out of full screen so I can actually click back. And then we'll end up rolling this short put, hopefully, quite some time out, or I might just take the loss. We'll see. Depends on how I'm feeling, because I do already have a short put that is making me money on SoFi right now, and I also have 3 debit spreads. So I'm considering whether I do want this extra exposure by rolling the put or not, or if I want to just take the loss, or maybe I will roll the put, but not for a credit, just for a small credit like I did here, but out, you know, 45 days. Maybe I can get $15, $20 to make some of that back. But yeah, no, very glad I did this in a credit spread though, because it has helped some of my loss and it has made that volatility a little bit less. But yeah, let's move on down to ET 1250 put. So what I basically did is I closed my $13 put, and I opened this simultaneously in a roll. And for some reason, Robinhood filled me at 1 cent, so I don't know what's up with that. It closed my 13 strike put for a pretty good deal. It closed at a very good price, but then it opened this one at a terrible price. So for some reason, it's opened us at an average credit of $1. So I'm a little bit upset about that. It's pretty annoying that it did that, because the bid ask was around 3 and 4. So it basically cheaped us out, and I really think I might just stop using the rolling feature and just doing it manually, because it kind of scams you on the bid ask when you use the roll sometimes, because you can't control where it fills you. I still got a good deal on the other position, so technically it evens out, but it is a little bit annoying because you can see we were basically immediately at a loss when I opened this by about 300%. And of course, yeah, it's come back down all the way, so I guess I'm just going to hold on to this and let it expire so I can actually get that extra dollar, because really there's nothing else I really want to hop into right now position wise, so we may as well just let this run out and expire worthless. Similar situation on the key $9 put. If I had to close this, I would have to pay, you know, $5 to close this because of the way the bid ask increments are. So I'm also just going to let this one expire worthless and take that extra dollar, unless I see some really good opportunity where I want to move the money to. We're just going to let that expire. Moving on down, I'm just going to go through the positions now. We have this SoFi $6 put, which are currently down $1 on, but this thing has a very low delta. Theta is eating up about $1 a day on it at this point, because we're coming into the last, I think the final 2 weeks or so of this contract's life. And you can see it popped up pretty huge earlier this week when SoFi dropped really low. But yeah, no, I have full confidence in this position, and I'm just gonna let this one ride out because, like I said, it's losing 81 cents a day to theta decay. So in just a week's time, this thing will be worth way less, especially considering that theta will ramp up as the week goes on. This contract will probably be worthless by the end of this week unless SoFi has a major drop. Moving on down, once again, the SPLG $54 call. Very fine with this one being in the money if it does go in the money. I don't think it will. 31 delta though, so 31% chance it does, and if it does, I'd actually be happy. So that's what's important when you're selling calls, or at least for me, when I'm selling calls against my huge SPLG position, I want to sell it at a strike where if it went in the money, I'd be excited. I'd be like, wow, we just made so much money on the shares. It doesn't even matter to me that the call's in the money. So it's just a nice way to collect income, because I sold this after a 7, 8% rally on SPLG. I sold this call at the 52-week high for a very small credit with a very low delta. So I played it all by the book and perfectly. So I think it will work out. And once again, if it doesn't, we still stand to make over $150 if it even just reaches the strike, let alone if it goes in the money. We still are making a ton of money because of our share position, because we don't just have 100 shares, we have 150. So we're still able to make money on those 50 shares even after it goes in the money. So we'll see what it does. Hopefully it goes in the money, if I'm being honest. Hopefully it does, but we'll see about that, because if it does go in the money, we'll be at a pretty great profit on the all time. But yeah, I think that is everything. Past that, I'm going to look for some more opportunities to open up cash secured puts, because you can see we have a pretty large cash position right now, or actually not really, but in terms of margin, which I am using to sell puts, we do have a pretty large position that we could utilize for some put credit spreads on some stocks. But there's really not a great opportunity right now except for SoFi. But once again, I have so much exposure to SoFi, I'm not really looking to add more in case it continues to fall. But yeah, I'm just going to keep looking for positions, going to keep buying some more SPLG. And yeah, just keep selling calls, keep selling puts, and we'll see where it takes us. So, hopefully by the end of Thanksgiving week, we end up going green again. We'll see. But, we can always hope, because we're so close. If we just have a green week here, a green day even, then we'll be easily in the green. We'll have to see. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.